Video, we're going to be taking public transportation for 90% of a trip that I'm doing. And this is the Trolley app. And the first leg of the trip is going to be catching this Coral Way trolley. So I'm waiting for this one to come back around here. And then we're going to take this over to what's called the Brightline Station. So it's whipping around right now. This one's going in the other direction. That one's going that way. So the stop that I'm waiting on is, I guess, right around here. And we're looking 12 minutes. So it takes like, maybe 5 minutes to walk over there. So I'm just kind of watching it here. I'm waiting inside. It's kind of a nasty day, so a good day to do it. We see it's 7 o'clock, so I'm waiting for this to whip around, and I will record as much of it as I can that's relevant. So we're trying to get over to this Brightline Station, and then we will go on the next leg of the trip there. All right, I'm waiting in one of these the stops right over there. And you can see the bench. It's nasty outside the weather, so there's the bench. So I'm checking the app and seeing when it gets close, and I'll go out there. Nice little gas station cafeteria, which I'm just waiting in. It should be here in the next 5 minutes or so. We'll find out. Okay, at least the rain died down a little bit. Still raining, but it's not as bad. Not going to be using this wet bench, but this is part of it. All right, so soggy night here in Miami, and it should be getting here, I don't know, 5-10 minutes or so. We'll see when it gets here. And you could see it now there in the distance. So I left the house at 7:07-ish, or 7:12 really, when we saw that video, and it's 7:25 now, and there it is. So we're gonna be hopping on that and taking that into the Brightline Station. All right, here it comes. Hello. Okay. Thank you. So here we are on board, and we're off. So we just stopped for some reason. I don't know, the driver went out. I'm not sure what's going on. So, quick story, I actually had to wave pretty aggressively. It seemed like he was going to blow past my stop, and I think at the last stop there was someone that was waving and they went past him. So I don't know if we're waiting for them or what's going on. So this is a free trolley that the city of Miami has. Some different cities in Miami-Dade County have it, and Broward. It's pretty useful for doing things like this. The alternative is taking the bus or going to take the metro or whatever, but a free trolley is nice. We're going to pass the Vizcaya Metro Rail Station, and then we're going to go to the Brightline Metro Rail Station, and we'll see what happens. We're just waiting right now. Okay, so the next leg of the trip is the Metro Mover, and to track that, there's this Miami-Dade Go app, and we see that it's running on this full loop. So I'm going to be catching it at this station, and I'm going to be trying to get up to this station, the Wilkie D. Ferguson station. I don't think I'm going to make this one, so I'll be trying to catch this one in a little bit. So we're about to make the turn. Maybe I'll catch that other one. It's okay, I have time. Alright, we just got off that. We're heading over to the Metro Mover. The rain has stopped out here, which is nice. I don't know if we're gonna catch that one. If not, there's another one coming pretty soon. So this is the Metro Rail. That's a paid for. I could do that, and if I was in a pinch for time, I would do that. That's $2.25. But we're gonna go do the free Metro mover. Okay. Try to have my ticket. Okay. Yep. All right. So here we go. Here we go. Let's run a little bit. Give myself the best chance of making it. I don't think I need to. We'll see if I miss it or not. Usually, fortunately, it takes a little while for it to go. Let's see. All right. So, gonna run up these stairs here. Okay. This working? Oh, that's nice. So all the times these aren't even working. So now we're transferring over to the inner loop. That's the full loop. And now we're going to transfer over to the inner loop. That's going to take us to our station. So we see it comes in 3 minutes.
Passengers, may we have your attention? The Metro Mover system is experiencing a delay on the full loop. We regret the inconvenience and appreciate your patience.
Okay.
Thank you for choosing Metro Mover.
Hold on, the train is approaching. Moving to Ferguson Junior Station. Exit here for Brightline.
Okay, so there's the Wilkie v. Ferguson station. That's where I found is probably the best place to get off, and there's a reason for that. So they built this giant MiamiCentral Station, and they're very sparse with the bathrooms. So there's like 2 sides to this, and this thing stretches over like 5 city blocks. So if you come out on one end, you're literally probably a quarter mile from the other end. And when you go out the other end, there are no bathrooms that I've been able to find. But on this side, there is, on the Brightline side. A little note about Brightline. I mean, it started out more expensive than Tri-Rail. It's definitely a lot nicer. You know, if it went, I guess if you're going to Orlando, but it has gotten so prohibitively expensive. Okay, we're gonna try to not die crossing here. Okay, it has gotten so prohibitively expensive that it makes no sense, especially if you're going the same way that the Tri-Rail. Now, some of their stations are a little more conveniently placed, but what you're gonna spend extra on Brightline, you can just get a Uber. Coffee, juice, and much more. Okay. So this is the station. It's a very beautiful station. I mean, undoubtedly, they spent a whole bunch of money in here. And the bathroom I've been able to find is up on this mezzanine floor, or whatever you want to call it. And I'm here, it's 8:01 right now. The train leaves at 8:35. So got some time to kind of relax. And I mean, look at this massive billboard on the column. I mean, this, as far as engineering goes, this is definitely impressive. There's the Brightline station, very, very nice. And the Tri-Rail one has no fanfare. Like, you just get this little sign there, you know, because the Brightline's all secure and you gotta like check luggage. But if you're doing Miami to West Palm, Tri-Rail is such a better option, just cost-wise. And here's the bathroom. So here we're gonna go up to what I believe is the right platform. It's on track 4. Now, I've heard somewhere that they were gonna do kind of an extension of Tri-Rail, but the governor, I believe it was Rick Scott at the time, his wife was like invested into the precursor to Brightline, and that's what we got. And I mean, very nice, very luxurious, but I mean prohibitively expensive. We'll go look at some of the pricing. I mean, so this on a weekend, I don't even see which platform is this train on. Okay, so this is track 5. I think it's going to be on track 4, but is the train over there? Let's go check out track 4. So the good thing about coming in on this side is that you can easily go to the other one. If you come in from the other side, which you see is just so far, I mean, that is such a distance. There, you have to walk all the way around. Here, at least, if you're on the wrong side, you can just go and, you know, well, I'll show you right now. You just go down here. Go down here real quick. And then go up right here. So let's see if I see it here. It may not even be here yet. Usually it's here by this time, but maybe not. Where is the train? Oh, okay, I see it over there. For some reason it's parking all the way over there. I don't know why it's doing that. But here's the train. Oh, it's behind that wall. There's gonna be no way for me to see it. So here's this shuttle train that they started this year, which goes from here to the Metro Rail station. So with this shuttle, it cut out the need to catch the Metro Rail if you can catch it in time. The Metro Rail is a good alternative if you're running a little late, but if you're running on time and you can catch this, then, you know, it's no additional fare for the same fare, whether it's the weekend or the weekday, you can catch this. So yeah, a weekend train, you get what's called a weekend day pass, and you're able to go back and forth. I mean, do you see how long this is? That wasn't even like half of it. You get a weekend day pass for $5, and then you can ride this. So very convenient. At some point they'll open this up and we'll be able to go. So look, we can see right here. So if you're doing the weekend, you do like a paper ticket if you don't have the card. Weekend day pass, $5 for a ticket. Very convenient. Now I already have my ticket, so we're good to go. No, we're good. So yeah, we'll be hopping onto this. This will take us to the Metro Rail transfer station, and then we'll transfer to the final leg of the trip that will take us all the way up to West Palm. Just a little more about how monumental this structure is. So right now we're over a road, and it's holding up this train. So this train is essentially, I mean, that's not a big deal. And then there's these skyscrapers on top of the train station. So the amount of weight that this whole thing is holding, I mean, God, I hope they built it right. And then there's this sky deck here. I mean, it is a phenomenal structure that they put here, undoubtedly. That's undeniable. So, and I'm grateful that they did it. I mean, Brightline to me is kind of some kind of money laundering scheme. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. But I mean, there's people living up here. I mean, if you live in one of these apartments, that's pretty convenient because you can take one of these right to the airport. You know, it connects to there's a Metro Rail station over there. So yeah, on the weekdays, it kind of, the prices are up to $8.75 per way. So the same trip I'm doing on the weekend for $5 on the weekdays would be, what would that be? 16. That would be $17.50. So it's more than 3 times as much on the weekdays. But now let's compare that to Brightline. Here's the Brightline app, and now let's take a look at what a similar trip would be. And here's the other thing with Brightline. You're booking a specific seat at a specific time of day. Tri-Rail, you show up, you buy a ticket, you're good to go. And I mean, possibly you could do the same with Brightline. I don't think all their trains are filling up, but the difference is that their prices go up. You know, if you like, if we wanted to book a trip tomorrow or even tonight, let's say for some reason I wanted to do, so we're departing from Miami and we want to go to West Palm, and we wanted one like tonight, one-way trip today the 12th. So let's say last minute, I just want to get a look at this. So that's sold out. Okay, 10:15. So I would get either a 11:45 p.m. Or 10:50 p.m. and it would be $44 or $54. What is, I mean, this is, I refuse to pay those prices. I did Brightline once. My car went out and I had to leave it at the shop, so I used it. And before I really knew about Tri-Rail, you hear so much about Brightline, and Tri-Rail's like the, ugly little sibling, and Tri-Rail goes far and above. I mean, if you want to pay that, it is a luxurious experience, but you're literally spending, I would say 10 times, because it's $5, but 10 times I can go there and back. This is a one-way ticket, so you're literally spending 20 times more money. And look, if you do premium, $100. That's nearly a flight. I mean, what are we doing here? So let's go look next Saturday. So way in advance, not premium. The prices aren't even much better. So the cheapest price from Miami to West Palm is I want to make sure that this train isn't supposed to be the train. The cheapest price is another train coming in. $29, $24. So the cheapest price is $24. And again, you have to book that way in advance. So if your plans change, hold on. So the Brightline just showed up here. So here's the Brightline that just came from somewhere. the very overpriced Brightline. So the cheapest that you can get, that's $24 on a weekend, where you could get the equivalent trip on Tri-Rail, and especially to West Palm. West Palm is actually the place, and Miami too, because now that Tri-Rail comes here, the station's literally the exact same place. There's Tri-Rail, here's Brightline, and there's their little fence so they don't, you know, allow you in. The poorers aren't allowed on the Brightline. Where does this even disembark? Oh, I guess it disembarks over there. So their platform is like a bit higher. Interesting. So you see their train platform is a bit higher than it is here. So yeah, there's Brightline and there's Tri-Rail. Let's see, can we get that in one shot? All right, so there's the difference. Literally take the same train, you know, to the same place. One is $5. One is at least $24 if you buy it way in advance, and you know, you're going at whatever time that the cheapest one is. This $5, you can catch it in the morning, catch it in the evening, catch it at whatever time you want. Your ticket will do just fine. So, and let me just show you. There's my weekend day pass. $5. $5 to go on the same train, comes into the same station as this. I don't know what else to say about this other than I don't see the appeal of Brightline. I mean, it should. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. I mean, I get it in the sense of it being like a money laundering scheme and some kind of corruption with the governor, and, you know, palms are greased, and that's why it happened in the first place. But short of that, there's no reason for this. I mean, this is crazy. So now let's see what the return trip would be. So let's do a round trip. So on the same day, Saturday, we want to go there. Same day round trip. So if we did what I did today, which was I left around 11:45. I caught a 12:20 train, but let's call that. Yeah, we'll do the smart. Look at that. So it would go smart to premium, $82. Jesus Christ. And then let's do the return, which is like what we're doing now. We'll do a 9 p.m. smart. That's all good. All right. It's open. So that would be $83. The flip side, let's take a look at this. So if we were going from West Palm Beach, which is close to the Brightline up in West Palm, and we're going to Miami Central, where we are now, and we're doing that on a weekend, we'll do a round trip pass, $5. $5. You know how many Tri-Rail trips you could do for the cost of one Brightline? Just do the math. And then let's even see on a weekday, and we'll go calculate it on a weekday. So now let's just do a weekday, same thing, round trip. So we see the full fare, $17.50, okay? So let's go back to Brightline. We're back in Brightline, so we'll do departing from West Palm, going to Miami, continue, and we'll do a round trip, middle of the week. Let's call it middle of the week, okay? So we want to go, you know, sometime reasonable in the morning. $29, perfect. Oh, our train is open. All right, so we'll get back to. So this is Tri-Rail. I mean, very nice. No complaints here. It's for what it's doing, it's perfect. That's what I'll say. It's getting you from point A to point B. Air conditioned, lights on. There's Wi-Fi. There's bathrooms. There's phone chargers in certain spots. Not everywhere, but it's okay. So let's see, 29 per guest. Continue. And then if we go down to the return, we'll do it around the same. Oh, look, it gets down to $20. Nice. So that's the cheapest I've seen, actually. So here we have $49 compared to $17.50. And if you're going less, like let's say you're going, let's see, is Boca's still the same? Look, if you're going from Boca Raton, now it's $12.50. So if you're going less stations, it's even cheaper. Yeah. Boondoggle. And if you're trying to answer why it makes sense, this is all you need to look. So we see in 2018, I like how it's Scott, not Scott. Yeah, F this guy, man. Wife invested in parent firm of Brightline, all aboard Florida. So there you go. This is why Brightline exists. This is the only reason it exists. And look, okay, we're gonna have a huge ad. Okay, thank you. Rick Scott and his wife Ann have invested heavily in the parent company of All Aboard Florida and its Brightline Passenger Railroad, despite Scott's public assertions until recently that neither he or his state had anything to do with the company or its Brightline subsidiary. Oh wow, he lied. Recently disclosed financial documents show the Scotts in 2017 invested in at least $3 million in a credit fund for Fortress Investment Group, All Aboard Florida's parent company, according to the Herald. And then this is, I mean, Jesus. Rejected a federal grant. Accepted Brightline's unsolicited proposal. So this is why it exists, because of corruption. Oh, let's go to the whole story. So this is why Brightline exists. Not because it was the best option or, you know, bullet train or any of that, but because this Voldemort-looking scumbag had $3 million invested in it. Yep. He canceled a $2.4 billion federally funded and shovel-ready bullet train from Orlando to Tampa because it carried an extremely... Jesus. So now instead of that, we have an overpriced, pointless train where they could have just upgraded Tri-Rail and sent Tri-Rail over to Orlando. I mean, yo, Jesus. So we just left. We actually left. I would say we left like a minute early, actually. I may switch between, but look at this. I mean, beautiful view. So this is kind of what I'm talking about. Oh, look at that. Very pretty view. Another note about Tri-Rail is that it's every time I've ridden it, it's more than 90% on time. Leaves on time, gets there on time. Sometimes there may be a couple minute delay, but it's a pretty punctual train. So it's not like, oh, it's just late. No, it works really well. And this is the view leaving MiamiCentral Station. This is looking towards the east. You get that pretty tower there. We're gonna go through the heart of downtown. There's those arches for that new bridge that they're building. I wonder what palms were greased with that one. I mean, we can spend $800 million on a new bridge, but God forbid we spend at least an equivalent amount, $800 million in extending, maybe a train to Miami Beach or something like that. While they were doing this, why couldn't they make like a little dog leg that goes over to the port even? I mean, unbelievable. So here's the Metro Rail transfer station. Just got off of the shuttle train, and I think we can see the northbound train coming in the far distance. I see some lights, or that just may be lights on a building. But any minute now, the northbound train should be going, and then it's just a straight shot up. So we are looking at 8:55, so we're about an hour and a half or so into the journey, and still only $5. So okay, now I think we're seeing the train in the distance. I'm pretty sure those are the train lights way out there. So any minute now, we'll be on the way. And as far as the time of the journey, a big chunk of it was just getting to the station. Obviously you can Uber faster, or whatever, or have someone drop you off, but I was taking, this is the cheapest way to get up to West Palm. The free trolley, the free Metro mover, and the $5 tri-rail. So for $5 we can get up to West Palm. Ooh, there's some kitties here. Oh, there's some kitties here. Oh, look at this pretty kitty. Hi. Oh. Look at this kitty. So there's the trip. It's 10:52, so that's from 7:25 to 10:52. The actual train ride from 8:35 until now. So that's like 2.5 hours. $5, and we're here. And the good thing about a train ride is that there's other things that you can do. You don't gotta just be looking at traffic.